Hey, welcome back to the YouTube Masterclass. In this section, we're going to go over live streaming. Live streaming has become such a big part of YouTube and social media in general, and we wanted to dedicate an entire section to it. In this first lesson, we're going to go over what is live streaming, the requirements, and the basics of what you can do on YouTube. So let's get straight into it. If it's not self-explanatory, live streaming is where you actually go on camera, on video, live. So you are there, you are interacting, the audience is watching you live. And there's multiple ways to do this with YouTube. You can do it with the desktop app, and you can also do it with the mobile app. And on YouTube, there's multiple ways to do this. You can do this straight through the desktop and also on the mobile app. The way you do it is a little bit different on each, and they have been making some recent changes to this, but we're going to be going over the multiple ways that you can on the desktop in this course. Currently, there's 3 ways to go live with your desktop. One is Stream Now, where you're basically going live using an external app, which allows you to have multiple cameras, multiple angles. You could adjust your camera settings. You can stream your desktop, your webcam, multiple things, change your shots, do all kinds of stuff. That's a little bit more advanced, and we'll be going over how to do this. There's also the live events feature. So this is where you can create an upcoming event, so scheduling out a live stream. And then there's just a new feature called camera, where it basically opens up your webcam and you just start going live right then and there with your webcam. If you're sitting there wondering, what should I live stream about? It really could be anything, but some of the most beneficial things are live Q&As, live office hours. You can do interviews, webinars, trainings, or if you have any sort of live event that you want to cover. For example, this is something silly, but my younger brother, when he was in high school, he was on the robotics team, and they had robotics competitions that they would actually just live stream on YouTube using their webcam. So it was an actual event. Super simple setup just with a webcam, but that was something that people from all around the world could tune into. For you growing your channel, I think doing some sort of like monthly live stream or even weekly live stream is a good idea. In my photography course, one of my other courses, we actually do live streams, not on YouTube, but they are on Facebook. And similarly, you can actually do live streams on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time with a tool called Restream. We're not going to go over that in this class because I've never used it, but I know other YouTubers have used that so that they can live stream on multiple platforms at once. That's Restream. But it's great because all of the members of our Facebook group and our community look forward to those live streams. We do announcements, we do photo critiques, we do competitions, and we also do live Q&A. So at the very least, you can start out by doing just like an Ask Me Anything and let people ask you questions live and interact with them. That's the best thing you can do. And another cool thing is to do interviews. Collaborations with other YouTubers is a great way to build your audience, and doing it live is even stronger and even better because you can interact with your audiences then and there. In terms of requirements to get started with live streaming, you do have to verify your account and specifically enable live streaming. I'm going to show you this in just a second, but it might take up to 24 hours to get started. And then like I mentioned, for the Stream Now feature, if you want to stream things like your desktop and be able to add like title cards to your video and switch from camera angle from, for example, one camera to the other, or from your talking head camera to your screen, you're going to have to use an external app like OBS, Open Broadcaster Software, or Ecamm Live, which is what I use. And really quickly, before we look at how you enable this on your account and where you go to do that, a couple tools you'll need are a webcam and a USB microphone just to up the quality of your stream. So I would recommend not necessarily using the built-in webcam for your computer, because getting an external one like a Logitech C920 is going to boost that quality of your webcam. And then also getting an external USB microphone is a good idea too. And remember, if you watch the equipment recommendations section, we covered all of this equipment there. So here we are on my dashboard in the Studio Beta version. And if you want to go to the live stream, just hover over other features and choose live events. Or if you want, you can just go to status and features, and this goes to the page with all of your features where live streaming is, and we're going to click enable. So now you can see that it says, congratulations, you've been enabled for live streaming, but like I mentioned, it's gonna take 24 hours to actually activate our account. Here we can see the 3 methods for going live: stream now, events, and camera. So in the next lessons, we're going to be going over these 3 methods of getting started with live streaming. All right, so I've switched over to my personal channel, which is already verified, and we're going to go over the 3 methods, but first we're going to start with the easiest, which is the newest, and that's the camera method. So this allows you to just simply go live with a webcam. So if you're on the Creator Studio, click live streaming. If you're in the beta version, you'll have to hover over the other options and then click live stream, or just go back to the Creator Studio beta or classic version. Click camera. All right, so now this brings up a window where we can start streaming right now, or we can stream in the future. So say we want to do live office hours, type in the title. You can choose to have it public or unlisted. Unlisted would be great if you want this to be some sort of like private training or webinar. If you want, you can schedule it for later. So for some sort of upcoming date, which is great because then you can invite your audience. You can click more, and you can choose more sort of settings. This is the description, so you might want to add a description to your live stream, the category, and then the tools that you're using. So this first option is your camera. So make sure you're using the camera that you want. I'm using an external app called CamTwist so that I can use my Canon C100 actually as a webcam. I'm also using the Zoom H6 for my microphone, which is the Heil PR40, which is my way of getting my XLR microphone into my computer. There are some advanced settings to like disallow the chat if you want an age restriction, or if you want to if you are promoting something in your live stream, which is not typically allowed on YouTube, you can check this on to allow that. And then you could also enable monetization, so people are going to see an ad. All right, so I'm going to make it sure it's unlisted, click next, and then it's just going to say smile for the thumbnail. Okay, so now we can retake the thumbnail if we want. So there we have our thumbnail, or we can, silly face right there, or we can upload a custom thumbnail. And this is cool because you can see if viewers are waiting, if viewers are on the link. So you can like click share, for example, and you can share this link to your audience. If you're ready to go live, you just click go live. It's going to start going live actually. So here you can see I'm actually going live with my camera here, which is the Canon C100 plugged in. I got my Heil PR40 microphone. This is what I look like behind the scenes of recording this course. And then any chats are going to show up here, and you could respond to chats as well. And so I don't see anything right now because I'm not actually live streaming and people can't see this. You can choose the way that you view your chat. So if you want just the top chat, which it shows the best messages and it doesn't block spam or anything like that, or live chat, which shows everything. When you're ready to be done with the live stream, I'm going to click end stream here. Click end stream and click end. And that ends the actual live stream. Cool. So this is going to be saved to our YouTube library as a video now that we can share later. We can even download it from YouTube using the video tab. So here we see that it takes us to our events tab, which shows us our past live streams. So from here, we can edit it. We can go to the video itself, share it. So if I click on this, I'm actually going live with my camera here. There you can see that that's the live stream that we created with that method. Cool, so that's a super easy way to go live stream now. It's probably the easiest. And in the next lessons, we're gonna go over some more advanced ways so that you can not only go live with your video webcam, but also showing your desktop and things like that. All right, in this lesson, we're going to look at the events option for doing a live stream. I will say this is kind of redundant now that they have the camera feature. I would recommend just using the camera feature because you can create upcoming events that way. But if you are still using the events tab, basically you go here. I can see that I have upcoming some live streams that I created, but I actually never did. So those show up there. I can delete those. Or if you want to see any completed or ones that you're actually doing right now, you can see that with this drop-down menu. But if you want to create a new live event, click this button in the top right for new live event. So here, it's a very similar dashboard as if you were uploading a new video. So similar to just adding a new video, you can add a title, live Q&A via events. You can set a time. So again, this is great if you want to invite people, you put it at a future date. You can choose the privacy settings, all your basic settings here, similar to uploading a new video. Then you choose the type. So here is where it might come in handy if you are using a different video encoder like Open Broadcaster software, or if you don't have that, which I'm going to go over in the next lesson, you can use this quick method using Google Hangouts on Air. The reason why I feel like this is redundant at this point is because it has this camera option, which I think and I feel that YouTube is going to move towards. And so when you're watching this class in the future, potentially this option is not even going to be available and just the camera option is going to be available. But for now, since we've already seen the camera option, I am going to show you what it looks like using the Google Hangouts on Air option. So if you are going live right now and not in the future, you click Go Live Now, and it's going to open up a new window. It takes a beat for it to actually get ready. When you're ready, click OK. It's going to open up the Google Hangouts on Air dashboard. Hello again. So it's getting everything set up. And here you can do things that you could do on Google Hangouts, such as inviting other people to your live stream. So this is a great way if you are doing interviews or things like that. You can invite co-hosts or guests. You can, with this, as it is Google Hangouts, you can mute people's microphones, mute your own microphone. You can change the settings. So clicking that settings button will bring up the camera audio settings, which is cool. Over on the right-hand side, you have all the chat. So this is the chat for the people who are in the live video with you, not your viewers. And then over on the left-hand side, the cool thing is that you have, again, this button for chat, but you have an option for screen sharing. So if I click screen share, I can screen share my entire screen or just an application window this way using Google Hangouts on Air. You can also act as cameraman, which is an external Google app that allows you to switch between different cameras or different people who are participating. Similarly, the control room is great if you are hosting an event with multiple people, and you can mute mics, turn up the volume of people's mics, etc. there. There are additional apps if you click the Add App button, and there's all kinds of different things here that can help you. And so once you have everything set up, just a quick note, you can share this by clicking this links button down here. It's kind of small, but if you click that, you have a YouTube page. So other people will actually see this on a YouTube page itself, or you can embed it into a web page on your website if you want people to actually watch it on your website. So as you can see, this method gives you a few more options than just going the camera method. When you're ready, click Start Broadcast. It just says, okay, you're ready. You can broadcast for up to 8 hours. And once this says live down here at the bottom, it means we are live. So this is actually live streaming now. And if we're doing calls and things like that, or an interview, you would go through that and then click Stop Broadcast when you're done. So the benefit of this is that you can have multiple people, and as you can see that I'm still on the Hangouts on Air page, but I'm not streaming live. So this is great if you are conversing with your guests and getting ready, or if you need to do like some sort of wrap up at the end of the day, then you can do this and still be on camera with your guests, but not actually streaming. Using this events option is a great way to actually have meetings and record meetings with clients too. Now I've gone back to my events page, and you can see that this live Q&A via events has been added to my events. Also, if you head over to your videos, whether you're on the Creator Studio or YouTube Studio Beta, you can see your videos here. And from here, this is where you can find more information. After a minute, you will be able to download these MP4s. So from here, you can download, and that's where you could actually use this and re-upload it to other websites, social media. You could chop it up, edit it, things like that to repurpose the content. Cool, so that's a step further, a little bit more advanced. And lastly, we're gonna go over the live streaming method, Stream Now. Hey everyone, welcome to a new lesson. In this one, we're going to be looking at how to use the Stream Now feature and how to use an external encoder app such as OBS, Open Broadcaster Software, to live stream, which gives us more power and more functionality. So the first thing I'm on right here on YouTube, as you can see, is under live streaming. I'm under Stream Now. So this is the Stream Now page. And before we get to everything here on the right-hand side of the screen, what you can do here is set up all of your settings. So first you have your basic settings right here, which is your basic information, title, description. You can create a schedule for this, privacy, category, all the things that we've seen in the other live streaming options. You also have some stream options, again, more advanced controls. So if you want to make an archive of this video when you're done, you can check this on and make it unlisted rather than live. You can choose a stream option. So if you want higher resolution, you choose normal latency. If you want lower latency, but it will be more live, no sort of delay or anything like that, it won't support things like 4K resolutions or closed captions. You can choose ultra low latency. Down below, you have your super chat. So if you do enable super chat and you want, this is the way that people can pay you while you're doing a live stream, you'll see that there. Over on the right-hand side, you just see your normal chat. So this is where you can, if you have a lot of viewers and there's a lot of chat going on, the super chat pops up here, so it's easier to see. Okay. So over on the right-hand side, there's a kind of checklist of how you set up your encoding software and all of this. So if you're brand new and you want to kind of DIY it, do it yourself, you can go through these options. I'm going to show you how to set this up with OBS in just a second, which is what this is on the right-hand side. You can see your viewers, you can see all kinds of stuff here, and a link to share this live stream on the right-hand side. One thing to take note of down below is your encoder setup. So this is your server reveal, your server URL, and your stream name and key, which you're going to have to input into your encoder for this to work. So how does this work? It's basically having some sort of software on your computer talk to YouTube, and it actually creates the stream rather than doing it right within the web browser like we saw in the events and camera option. So moving over to the right-hand side, we have OBS. This is Open Broadcaster Software. There's a lot you can do with it, but I'm going to show you the basic options, just how to get started with doing this for YouTube. So the first thing you'll notice is that there's no video, there's no audio in OBS. So we actually have to set that up ourselves, and that's done under Sources. Click the little plus button once you've downloaded OBS from online. And we're going to add three things. One is video capture. So video capture is going to be our webcam. You can rename it if you want, but basically this allows us to choose an input webcam device. Now I'm choosing my CamTwist app, but typically you would just pick whatever your webcam plugged into your camera is. You can choose what preset for the stream quality here. Next, we're going to click plus and choose audio input capture. So I'm going to title this microphone. And then you choose whichever one you want. I'm choosing H6, which is my XLR mic that's plugged in. Click OK. Now the power of this is we can actually move this around. This is why this is so powerful. We can move our video around, make it smaller or bigger. We can add multiple inputs. Cool stuff. We can even add our desktop. So if we click plus, add display capture, we'll call this desktop. Click OK. Now we can choose whether we want it to be the full desktop or a crop. So you can choose manual or to a specific window. For example, if we just want to show OBS or one of the OBS items, let's see which one's the full OBS. Right there, we can choose OBS or just any of the other things. We're going to do our whole desktop. So let's go back to none. So we're showing our full desktop and click OK. Now we want to put our webcam on top of this. So let's actually literally just click and drag our webcam and move it on top of the desktop. So now this is how we can create a live stream. For example, if we were gaming or if we were doing some sort of other video where we want to have our webcam and our desktop, we can make it, split screen, something like this, or we could put us down in the bottom corner, however you want it. Maybe you're doing some sort of presentation and you have a slideshow in the background. So we have me on the left-hand end of the screen and the slideshow on the right-hand side of the screen. I'm going to put myself in the bottom corner for now, like that. All right, so that's pretty good. You can change these settings by clicking on like microphone or going to your mixer and increasing or decreasing the volume of your microphone. The other cool thing is we can create scenes. So if we click plus, we can create a scene. Let's call this scene 2, talking head. Okay. Now scene 2, let's just add our video. So we're going to add video. You can rename it if you want. And of course, we want to add our audio so that people can hear us. Again, you can rename this. I'm just doing this for an example though, and we put us live stream. Now what we can do actually while we are live streaming is move from a full screen talking head video to this view. Pretty cool, huh? And you can create different scenes. Then the last thing you need to do before we start streaming is set up our encoder settings. So click settings, go down to stream, and this is where we take this stream information here and paste it. So we're going to paste that. And then the stream name and key is very important to keep secret because if someone else has it, they can actually stream to your channel. So you're going to click the reveal button, you're going to copy it, and then you're going to paste it into the stream key. So I'm not going to show you that. So I'm just going to copy paste this. All right, so once you've copied it and pasted it, click OK. And now we're ready to stream. So how do we get started? We actually do it within the encoder software and not within YouTube. So I'm going to go to my talking head and I'm going to pretend this is a live stream. So what we do is we click start streaming. It's going to start streaming. And then over here on the left-hand side, you'll see in our stream now dashboard that it's going to go from offline to starting. Once it starts, we're going to start our stream. So it's just saying starting, and now it looks like we are live. So I would say, hey everyone, welcome to this live stream. Phil Ebener here, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get into some cool stuff. So we're going to cut to scene 2, and we're going to show you what's on the desktop. And now let's get going with gaming, blah, 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 talking about that. We're gaming. And now we are cutting back to scene 2. So you can see here on the left-hand side that the stream is a little bit delayed, and it's a better idea to actually get started with talking as soon as you start your stream over here. Once you are done streaming, again, it's not something that you change over here on YouTube. It's down here, stop streaming. And then one more thing, while I am live streaming, this is the link if you want to share this live stream. You just can copy that, or if you want to view it yourself, click view on watch page, and this will allow you to view the live stream as if you were an actual viewer. Okay? Cool. So this is the stream now feature. Let me actually stop streaming. So I'm going to click stop streaming. And once I do that, you will see that up here that this live will actually turn off once it kind of catches up. Just above here, you can see the time elapsed, people watching. So again, it's just a lot more that you can do than compared to the events or camera method, but you do have to have this external app. So as you can see here, stream is complete. It's going to upload it to your channel, and eventually you'll be able to find it in the video manager and start to see analytics on this live stream itself. Cool, so that's the Stream Now feature. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we'll see you in the next one. In this lesson, I'm going to show you one more tool that I use for going live, which I've found to be very helpful. It's called Ecamm Live. Now, this is only available for Mac users, so if you're not using a Mac, sorry, this is just for Mac users. If you're using a PC, this basically does a similar thing that OBS does, but it's a little bit more user-friendly. You can see here at their website, ecamm.com, that they have a free trial, or you can purchase it for $79. So once you get it installed, I'm going to show you how you actually set it up. So I'm switching over to Ecamm Live here. All right, so once you have Ecamm Live, and you can see me in the screen now, once you have it installed, I have it already set up, but basically it does a lot of things that you saw in the OBS lesson in the last lesson. So up at the top, you can choose your camera, you can choose your microphone. Another thing you can do is add overlays. So for example, I have like my logo, for example, that I can use as an overlay. You can add text, images, you can even add movies. So this is if you're doing a live stream and you have like a video you want to play during the live stream, you can do that with overlays. You can also record straight within this Ecamm Live as well to your computer, so you have the higher quality video. And then you can choose whether you want to stream to YouTube, Facebook, etc. So here in the bottom right-hand corner of Ecamm Live, you can choose the destination. So the built-in options are YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook. I'm on YouTube right now. You can choose it for it to be public, unlisted, or private. You can choose it for it to be unscheduled or live. Or rather scheduled or live. So I'm going to do now, unscheduled. Over on the left-hand side, you can choose a title. So testing out, testing Ecamm Live, and then a description. Here is a description. Cool. And then similar to OBS, you can create actual scenes. So if you open up the window for scenes, you can see the scenes that I've set up. So basically click plus to create a new scene, and then you adjust your camera settings. And for example, if you want, you can add a desktop. So for example, clicking this button here shows the desktop and my video. So we can move my video around, put it in the bottom corner. We can exit the video or add the video. To add the video back, we click this button right here. So up here at the top, it goes from video, full screen, to desktop. This is a movie if you want to play a video file. And then if you want to get rid of the video player on top of the desktop, you just click this button right here. You can choose to show a specific application. You can choose your entire screen, etc. So if I want to show ScreenFlow, for example, if I'm doing a tutorial on how I use ScreenFlow, I can just choose the ScreenFlow app, and it's not going to show any other thing in the background. Even though right now I'm actually looking at a browser, in the stream, it would only show ScreenFlow, for example. All right, so you can set up your scenes, you can name them, you can lock them so that you can't make changes, and then during the live stream, you can switch between them. So I can use the keyboard shortcut Command 1 to go to the full screen, Command 2 to go to the new screen. I have different ones, pick and pick, which is what it looks like, and then desktop, for example. This is my just desktop without video. So these are just quick ways to switch from camera view to camera view. When you're ready to go live, just click the Go Live button. And we are unlisted, right? So we're unlisted. Now we are going live on YouTube. So let me go over and see on YouTube what this is going to look like. So notice that I just clicked the view little button right here. So now our live stream is showing up and we can see that on our desktop. And so you might want to open this up on another computer or something so you can see it. Another window you have is comments and reactions. So this is built into Ecamm Live. You can see the comments and things that are coming in through YouTube right here in this app. When you're done streaming, just click the finish button and click end broadcast, and it's going to actually save the file. And you can see the post on YouTube here by clicking this button. You can delete the post if you don't want it to be on YouTube, or you can just see the file that has been automatically saved to your computer here, right here. Cool. All right, so that's how you use Ecamm Live. I know most of you aren't going to be using Ecamm Live, but if you have any questions about it, please feel free to let me know, and I'll try to help you out as best as possible. So that's the live streaming section. We've gone over the ways that you can go live on YouTube. If you have questions, please let me know about any of them. And of course, as things change on YouTube, we will try to update them. But now I think you know the basics and you'll be ready to go live on YouTube.